Ergo. Have you ever used ergo in a sentence? Not ironically.
Not correctly either.
Let go of my ergo.
You're crying?
Yes. It's the gravity.
It's
Lying
gravity.
Down, it's just shooting down my face.
Good morning. Welcome back to the
Smaudecast.
I'm not allowed to say it because I say it wrong. I say it weird.
You used to say it like
Smaudecast.
Yeah, Smaudecast.
Smaudecast. Smaudecast.
Oh yeah, Smaudecast.
Oh yeah.
Smaudecast.
This is the podcast, or God, I'm not supposed to say podcast either. What are we? It's a show.
Yeah, we're a show
Where
we
answer
your
questions
that
are
a bit
unrelated
to
certain
aspects
of
life.
but
Will
go
ahead
and
answer
them
to
are
fans. No, I was going to say to the best of our ability.
oh yeah, I did
What happened
too.
to us being on the same page?
I don't know.
What happened to the page?
I don't know.
Who is Paige?
Who's,
Hi, Paige.
who the fuck is Paige? Who the
damn
fuck is Paige?
God damn it, Paige. You're
You
supposed
come
to be on
home
the
here.
same.
You come home here, I see the text messages to Paige. Who the fuck is Paige? Put this on a shirt.
You were on the same page. When I talk aggressively, I spit and it bounces straight back into me.
If that's not a life lesson, I don't know what it is.
So hey, you've actually sent in questions using the hashtag
Smaudecast.
No, I'm sorry, what? That's what I thought. Smaudecast on Twitter, or you've emailed them in smaudecast@gmail.com.
Sorry, cocks kept slipping out.
Cocks keep slipping out of my mouth.
Cocks kept slipping out of my mouth.
I've got cock syndrome. Hey, we answer your questions. Now, Anna here. Anna has gone ahead.
These are all over the goddamn place.
Hey, I did the best with what I had.
And you guys, thank you for sending in your questions.
I like what Anna's done, where she's seen an opportunity and she's taken it. She's seized it, which is asking a bunch of questions, a lot of them. So instead of spending 8 minutes talking and answering one question, I think we should take 8 seconds to answer all these questions.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, okay.
Why did you decide to do a podcast together?
Because we have fun talking about things.
Do we do one for one?
Yeah,
or are you just going to answer all of them?
Oh, no, we'll both answer. We
realized that working together had been pretty great.
Yes.
So we've been planning this, God, all
8 seconds
year.
done.
Damn. What will be the main focus of the podcast? No focus.
No focus.
Top and bottom 5 TV shows. We said no geeky questions. What was the best thing that happened to you this year? My dog hasn't left me.
Mine either. High five.
A lot of people actually been asking if Zelda and Dwight are ever going to meet, and I think we should make that happen right here on the Smaudecast.
Dwight might pee.
Dwight might pee.
Dwight might pee.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, right.
Zelda might eat him. If you could travel anywhere, where would you go?
Tokyo.
Oh, have you not been?
I've never been.
Genki desu ka? Tokyo, daisuki, Tokyo daisuki.
I would attempt to say it with you, but I don't want to be offensive.
My favorite part is in the last episode of Dungeons and Flagons, you were so drunk you don't remember trying to talk 5 different languages in the back of the earbud. That's so fun.
No, we won't remember that because I don't remember that episode. I'll never watch it. I'll never revisit it. To me, it's just a faint memory.
Sam is the most perfect lightweight.
Thank you.
That's all I can think of right now, but I hope you two have a lovely day. Are you having a lovely day?
Oh, yeah. We're shooting an episode. Here's a question. It was backwards. Spoiler alert. We got one here from, this is a fun one, from Misty V at Just Radish 15.
Sure.
H? Yes. What is your wildest, craziest dream? What would you do if you had unlimited money / resources? Those are 2 very different questions. Let's do the dream one. That's the one I thought was really cool.
I used to keep a dream journal.
I've always wanted to do that, and I've never done it.
Do you know why, though? I save the world a lot in my dreams, and I just wanted to write them all down.
And I don't get the credit for it.
Thank you. And I just want to write, and almost publish them to be like, you're welcome. I get chased a lot in dreams as well.
I'm a dick in a lot of people's dreams. Like, a lot of people, they're like, I had a dream where you were mean to me. And I'm like,
Same. They tweet me that too.
I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Well, I was like, you probably deserved it. Mean more's only mean if you deserve it.
Maybe there's a lesson for you, huh? Maybe
rather,
don't point the blame over here, point it back at you.
I'd rather hear that I was mean to someone in a dream than someone told me that they had a sexy dream about me. But I had a sexy dream about Taika Waititi.
I mean, who hasn't?
It was kind of sexy. And it turned not very sexy.
Did you have to kill him?
Yeah, he's dead now.
He's dead.
You're welcome. No.
Never get the thanks.
No.
I always have dreams where I'm not flying, but I'm jumping really far, and you kind of like get like, you start getting a lot of
bit of air, bit of traction.
Yeah. And then and then like when you can tell you're going to start waking up is when like gravity starts affecting you more and more and more, and you fall. I was in a mall that only went up. It didn't go long ways on the ground. It just kept going up and up and up.
That's cool.
So I would jump from level to level.
Whoa.
And I was like chasing people, and we were playing.
That's a video game dream.
I know, right? It's so fucking fun.
I respawn in my dreams. Like if I die, like I've got to get through a level, and whether it's a haunted house or it's like this battle arena, if I die, I respawn, and then I'm like, all right, I have to do it different this time. So it's like, but it's still a dream scope. So it's not a video game.
Yeah.
But I have video game qualities in it.
You play a lot of video games, probably.
I do.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I always like when you can like wake up and then go back to sleep into the dream that you had, but it's never the dream you want. It's always those shitty fucking dreams you have where they're fucking nightmares.
What about the ones where it's obviously a person that you know, and then they change their face and their gender, but it's still kind of that person, but they keep changing, and you're like, but it makes perfect sense in your dream.
What?
Have you not had that?
No.
The person in your dream just completely changes?
No.
And
well, I've had one that there's only been like 3 times when I've realized it's a dream. Nice shampoo, by the way. I just got a whiff.
Oh, thank you.
It smells like
hair?
Shampoo. It smells like as shampoo smells.
Why would you put poo in shampoo?
It's kind of fun to say.
It is, but like for something that's supposed to be cleaning, poo.
Poo.
When did this become your thinking noise?
Okay, I just gotta fill up the space. I can't let it be quiet ever.
Oh, because it's a podcast.
Yes. Well, also I do that in life. I do that when I'm just driving. Unless there's like music playing, I just gotta make noise and fill it up. Did I say my dream? Probably. Oh, one time I had a lucid dream where I realized it was. There was a moment when I was like, wait a minute. Because my gym teacher turned into a werewolf mid-conversation. I was like, wait a minute.
Hold on. So when I said, has someone just turned into something or a completely different, whether a different
gender? You said gender.
Yeah, but oh my
werewolf's
God.
Not a gender.
Werewolf is so different.
A werewolf's not a gender.
It's a step past what I was talking about.
It's 2017.
For you to disbelieve it so much, and then it just happens in a more extreme way for you.
You gotta bring people down sometimes, people. To feel a little bit better.
No, don't do that.
Sorry, that's bad advice. But is werewolf a gender?
No, it's a species.
That's up to the commenters to decide.
Hey, is it my turn or your turn?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I asked the dream one. You did it.
Yeah, that's true. Dear Maude and Sam, I matched with this beautiful girl on Tinder who loves Star Wars. 10 out of 10 in my book. We Snapchat all the time, but whenever I try to plan a date or meet up, she stops responding for a day or two. Is this ghosting? Am I a chump with no chance? Help! P.S. I love both of you and I can't wait for the podcast. Well,
really quick. Sorry for giggling a little bit because I've definitely been there. I've definitely been there. Man, you just give it one more go. Just be like, hey, what? No.
You give the guy perspective. I'll give the girl perspective.
Oh, okay. Well, if they're talking and he's asking, it depends on how many times you've asked. that's a really important way, and it's also depending how you ask. You can give it one more shot if you really want to, but after that, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to. You have a friend now or something like that. That's encouraging.
There's 2 reasons why she's doing this. Dude.
Here we go. Here it is.
The first one, and this is something I can personally attest to because I've done it. So if I am talking to someone, I actually just really want to get to know them as a person and be really, really comfortable around them. And that can actually take a lot more time than some people are willing to give because I want to feel completely safe. And if that means talking a lot and getting to know them, amazing. But when you want to take it that step further and actually meet, that can be a very intimidating thing for someone because it means that they are trusting you to meet them alone so that there's a level of safety that's required. Obviously, you have amazing banter. You guys are talking all the time. She's just not ready to take that next step because she wants to build something that she can trust and is safe. The second thing, and I don't know if this is happening with only text or if the Snapchat means you're doing videos as well. If it's a text thing, have you watched not watched because it's not out yet, but Ready Player One? People behind words can feel a lot more confident, but then maybe they're thinking that you're building up them to be more than they think that they are. So you're thinking she's so great, she's so wonderful, and she's going, I don't feel like I'm great and wonderful. I'm only going to disappoint you. That's why she doesn't want to meet you quick
question, do you make it clear to them that you're like, hey, I'd rather us talk for a little bit and then that's the important part.
And people screw off a lot of the time. They're like, well, I'm not ready for this investment. I want to meet face to face straight away. And I'm like, I cannot rush this.
Okay. See, that's
it's a safety thing.
Yeah, of course. And that makes total sense. My example of this, of not having someone say that, but just be like, I'd say, hey, we've been having a lot of fun talking, and this is after months of like talking. I'd be like, hey, like we know a lot about each other. Let's hang out. And they say, sure. So I'm like, okay, how about here? And then she said the okay, she disappeared. And then like I send one more message, she's gone. Weeks later, she'll come back and talk. Obviously, I'm sad, so I'll be like, "Oh, hi, we'll talk again." And then I throw it out there, I'm like, "Hey, I don't know what happened last time," and she'll apologize. Want to hang out? She bailed, and I'm like, "Okay, I'll do it one more time," and then I have it again. And then a year later, a friend of mine matched with the same girl on Tinder, and it was like it was pretty funny. And so I messaged her. I was like, "Hey, he's a good guy." Whatever.
Thumbs up.
And then
approval, huh?
And then he never went on dates with her either.
Right.
And then, one day I got a text message from my friend.
Yeah.
And was like, oh shit, she got her phone hacked because her nudes are on the front page of like Reddit or whatever, on like a subreddit or something. And we're like, oh my god, we have to like message her quick. And I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, this is really, I feel so bad for you, but is this you sending a photo? She never messaged back. And then we looked, and cause we're like, wait a minute, this is like super weird. Basically found out I had been catfished for like 2+ years, him for a couple months. That's why she didn't want to hang out.
The second one is, if they're not thinking that they are,
she might not be real, man.
It's that as well, and that's why I subtly asked if it was video or text, because if it's just text, they could be not the person that you think they are. But this is like the day and time that we are in when it comes to, the socializing. People can remain anonymous and use it because they're very lonely, and use it and hurt other people to fulfill something that's not full inside of them. God, man, that is like the most delicate way I could say it. Huh? Yeah. Thank you. But the other thing is as well that I want to say, from women to men, or from anyone to anyone wanting to be in a relationship, just because you put in hard work and effort, you should never put an expectation that you're getting something in return.
That's an important thing.
Yeah.
Learn that quick. Learn that early. Hopefully younger people learning that just don't put expectations on that kind of stuff.
Don't be annoyed at someone because you want to take it to the next level and they don't want to.
Just talk. And that's super hard. That's super difficult to do. And it's super easy to say, but that will just save a lot of heartbreak. Yeah. It'll just save a lot of time too. If you just want to be friends with the person, then you can focus on that, and you can just also take a lot of pressure off yourself and them. Yeah, but having an expectation that it has to be physical and it has to be someone that you have a relationship with in an intimate way, like I think it kind of shits on the fact that you had a really good conversation. If in your case, even though it probably wasn't even a girl at all. No, it was a dude. But you had a good conversation, and yeah, they have a lot of personal information about me now, and they disappeared. That's scary. Yeah. So make sure not get catfished is the lesson of the day. Also, a little subtle, just send me a quick Snapchat video just saying my name and, proving that you're a real person, just because catfishing sucks. Yeah. Also, by the way, people don't like that being asked. They don't like, hey, can you just send a quick video just saying your name to prove that you're a person? With today's newspaper or something. You can't win. No, you can't. Can't win. That's the lesson of the day. So don't be shitty when it doesn't happen, because there's so many ways and reasons that it can't happen. So just expect the worst. Learn to make friends and spend time by yourself. Yay. You got another one? Yeah, I hope that helps, Will. And also, just because she likes Star Wars doesn't mean she's a 10 out of 10. That provides one number out of the 10, but you got to fill up the rest with other things because, Bam. Cool. Hey, Sam and Maude. Yeah. I was wondering, how are you guys going to spend your holiday this year? Oh, I'm so excited. Also, do either of you have any old family traditions that you still do today? Thanks, and much love to you both. Shizzy. Last year when I did my little Europe trip, I came back and my friend and I are going to make mulled wine And we're
Mulled wine.
Mulled wine. Yeah, that's what you
Not
call
mulled
it.
wine.
Mulled. What did
If
you say?
make mulled wine, it's
That's how you
definitely
say it in
off.
English.
It's mulled.
Mild?
M-U.
Mild?
Mold is like moldy
Maude
cheese. Mold
Garrett.
is off and you shouldn't eat it. So if you're making mulled wine.
That's how you say it. Sorry, I'll say
mulled.
it. I'll say it the way the Yerman say it. You say glühwein. That's more fun to
Oh,
say.
I love glühwein. I had
Glühwein.
glühwein when I was in Berlin 2 Christmases ago.
It's so good. It's
3
you
Christmases
boil red wine and you throw like spices and cinnamon and other stuff in there.
I did it last year with Alicia. Alicia and I usually do Christmases together because family's not here. I think my mum very passive aggressively told me that I have been home twice in the last 10 years for actual Christmas.
Oops.
But it's hard for me because
It's expensive.
yeah, I booked flights to go home this year and it was $2,500.
That hurt me. That's scary.
But I like having Christmas here because I've done a few. I do Christmas photo shoots with Alicia.
Aw.
Here's a few.
Here it is.
There they are. And there's one I did with Zelda.
There it is.
Oh, she's so cute.
You go to Sears and do that?
No.
Oh.
I set up a ring light and then you just attach the phone to the ring light so it looks real schmick. And then you just do self-timer of 3 seconds and then you take 450 and choose your favorite 3.
There you go.
That's how I spend Christmas.
That's how. Merry Christmas. But no, I found out how to make. Well, I'm going to say it the way Americans say it. Mulled beer, and you can do it. It's going to sound weird, but listen, you can. So I had it when we were in Belgium, and it's basically hot beer with a shot of cinnamon whiskey. So it's hot apple beer with a shot of cinnamon whiskey, and it smells like holidays. You microwave the apple beer for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You take a shot of like Fireball.
We know Fireball.
Yeah, it's bad memories or good memories, but usually
Bad
vomiting.
feeling.
Yeah.
You vomit. I don't.
Vomiting's great.
I just eat pizza.
But you just pour it in there and then you can have that little drink and it's great.
Why is it going lighter and darker?
I don't know, battery went down a little bit, but it's still recording.
Hey,
Hey-o.
it's better than my camera.
Yeah.
Do you have a family tradition though? Do you do the thing where you sit around all the presents and the member of a family passes all the parcels out to everyone? Or is that just my family tradition?
We do after that awesome recession that happened a decade ago or whatever. Now we only buy gifts for one other person, but everyone kind of buys gifts for the kids. We all buy like a gift for one of the
That's
kids.
right. You've got nieces and nephews. That sounds expensive.
Not really. Like after a while, they're just like beanie baby. And,
Beanie baby.
Eventually, it's gonna get expensive because they're gonna want like other things.
I want a car.
And I showed them how to play the Nintendo Switch, and now they're like, we want the Switch so bad. I'm like, that was really dumb of me.
No, that's silly.
They're so bad at it. They're so bad at it. Emmy's 4 years old, but he's so bad at it.
No. What you're supposed to do is play it on the big screen when you're playing it, and then give them a second controller that's not attached, and they think they're playing it, but they're not playing it. But that's the only way.
One of them's smart enough to figure it out, but he's not smart enough to be good at the game.
Then that's a real bad gray area.
It's what happens. I can't help it, but my sister doesn't want them playing video games too much.
What?
Trust me.
The
I have no
Nintendo
idea.
64 was my babysitter, and look how I turned out.
Look at us. We're doing this.
So family tradition in the Garrett household. You have to understand that our Christmas is in summer.
Mm.
So
yeah.
Outdoors on the veranda.
Do you guys still
by
get
the
like
pool.
all the advertising with the snow and the snowmen and everything?
Oh my god, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. We're like, could not think of anything worse. But Jack Frost, we're like, who is this guy? He sounds cool.
Who's this pervert?
But we do mango margaritas from 9 a.m.
9 a.m. to when? 9 a.m. on what day and what day does it end?
Christmas, wake up.
Uh-huh.
Around 8 o'clock, figure life out, get dressed, boom, mango frozen margaritas.
Barbecue?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Because then at 9 o'clock on the dot, and this is our tradition, we're by the Christmas tree with all the presents underneath, which is now the Christmas stove because we don't have a tree. But we wrap a little bit of cellophane. What is it? The tinsel around the
stove.
The little chimney.
Aww.
And then Dad picks up a present and hands it to the person. And then you go, oh, cool, thanks.
That's a good Christmas.
And then Mum likes to invite over all these random people, and then I spend the whole of Christmas basically being Cinderella and making sure that everyone's well fed and I'm cleaning up.
Aww.
So why haven't I been home for Christmas 8 out of the 10 years? That's why.
I always liked waking up super early, and you just have to wait for everyone else to wake up. You're just like, come on, that fucking present's right there. I gotta open the fucking present.
When did you realize that wasn't real? Shit. Spoiler.
Oh, no. We'll beep it. When you went blank wasn't real. There's no context of what we're talking about.
Yikes.
Older than is... like, you kind of always know. You know, you kind of have that in the back of your head, but you're like,
This
no,
is
no,
too
no.
good to be true.
Yeah, you're like, this...
One man. But
you still
logistics
gotta
wise,
believe.
you
Yeah.
question it.
Yeah.
One guy.
Yeah.
Every house over one night.
But magic. So you're like, magic, like, obviously, writes that off. You can do whatever you want.
So my brothers told me when I was 4.
Oh, that's such a bummer.
And I think at 6, I was still skeptical. And I was just like, I just wanted to prove them wrong. Because I was like, screw you for wrecking my Christmas cheer. I went to sleep holding my stocking. You know how you have a Christmas stocking? That was like next to the head. And I was like, man, I go to sleep, that's empty. I wake up, it's full. Like, that's where I'm going to find out. And I was like, I'm going to hold it. And then when the presents drop in, I will wake up and be like, ha-ha, mum. No, I went to sleep and I woke up. I was like, damn it. But then I was like, Santa's got mum's handwriting.
Yeah.
I was like, well,
I
okay.
found a receipt underneath the scooter I got. It was at Costco. I was 10. I made it to 10, though. I still had elementary school, so...
That's so great, because, like, all your friends would have told you by 10.
Yeah, no, they did. Yeah, a lot of friends. Like, I had Jewish friends, and they're like, so why do you still believe in it? I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Let me have it. I
Let me
get
have
presents
it.
if I believe in it.
Yes. And there's just a little bit of magic still. And, like, I almost let it slip with my nephews. And I was like, oh, shut up. Don't take this away from them.
Ooh,
Don't take this
yeah.
away from them. Because they're, like, talking about, like, writing letters. And, like, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, man, writing letters was so cool. And, like, I remember, like, PBS had a special where, like, they would send their letters to, like, the North Pole and everything. And, like, the people who opened them. And it was just like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take that
I
away.
like the magic behind it all.
Yeah.
But here's a pro tip if you are going to be a parent one day. Don't make it a competition. Because what really was the giveaway for me is that we would leave out a beer and the beer would be drunk. But then other people were like, no, I left out cookies and milk and a banquet. And then there were reindeer hooves in the front lawn. And then the carrots that we left out for the reindeers were eaten. And I'm like, nah, okay, cool. There's inconsistencies. I was like, how come there's no reindeer hoof prints in my house? Like,
Maybe they can come
the
inside.
evidence. Nah, it's bullshit.
I mean, they had food
Bullshit.
in their house, so maybe that's what attracted the reindeer. And you can't get those marks out of your carpet. That's a really dumb move to leave food out for wild animals to come in and eat.
That's dangerous.
That is dangerous.
Yeah.
And I also, Santa doesn't just eat milk and cookies. He's gonna want a beer, like probably by.
But the beer and the milk in your stomach, that's probably why he's fat. It's like just a curdling.
That's gotta slow you down. You can't just get all those. There's some presents he just kind of leaps to the elves to get because he's probably vomiting or just taking a nap.
Oh, you're getting
Beer
his
and
beard.
milk. Oh.
Getting his beard as well.
Here's a question. What the fuck is it? Ah. From... What? No, I don't want to...
What's that one? You have to answer them. We can answer.
Ooh!
Go.
From Turtley Natalie at Sanford Natalie. Yeah, that is from 14 hours ago. Good for you. If you could live in one fictional house, which one would it be and why? Mine would be Hagrid's hut or the Tartus. Duh.
I think that's supposed to be the TARDIS.
I think it is too. I like Tartus though. The Tartus. I would. The Tartus is not a bad suggestion.
TARDIS?
Tartus. The TARDIS. Tartus.
Don't TARDIS what she's saying. Oh,
Guys, ooh, I've been in that situation before. It felt good to be on the other side of it. That's Merry Christmas.
cut to a clip.
Merry Christmas. The TARDIS is pretty cool because you can travel through time.
Yeah, and space and time.
Maybe other dimensions. This is it. There you go.
Cool, we're back on.
Mm-hmm. We're doing it. Your hands are cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've always been cold.
There's no blood in there.
You forgot.
They're just fake.
How could you forget about this?
I'm sorry.
Feel it. It's clammy. Cold and clammy. Like my heart.
This is the boys like.
Fictional house.
You have the Millennium Falcon. You want to live on Luke's little hut
Man,
where
can
he...
you imagine? No, man. Hold up a second. Can you imagine going into hyperspace all the time? Like, you would feel so nauseated.
I don't get motion sickness though, really. So
Why don't you just Han Solo?
man, that'd be a bummer if he's like the best scoundrel in the galaxy, but he's just vomiting fucking constantly on his stupid ship.
Just spraying.
Yeah.
Because coming out of hyperspace, man. But fictional house.
Fictional home.
Oh, come on. Gryffindor common room.
Why that? You want to live in that? You want to live there?
Hogwarts, yes, please.
Why? Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
I watched it last night. There's new episodes. I was so excited. I hadn't been on Hulu for so long. I was like, what's Hulu got?
You watched the new?
5 episodes. I was like,
I have not watched since Christopher Maloney left. It's been a long time.
God, that's quite a few seasons ago now.
I know, but I was a little. I love him.
Dude, I've had a sex dream about Christopher Maloney.
I don't blame you.
Elliot.
What a tall head on that guy, huh? What a tall head.
I've met him a few times.
He seems nice.
He's great.
He's in a new show that I'm excited about.
What's that show?
Happy.
Oh.
That drug addict hitman piece of shit.
Yeah, I think you've told me about this before.
Yeah, I'm excited
When's
about that.
When's that coming out?
November-ish. Oh, this month. Yeah, now. It's probably out now.
Oh, cool.
It's probably out by the time this goes up.
Oh.
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 We don't reshoot this early.
Yeah.
Shush. What is it? Oh, House. The Grand Budapest Hotel is pretty. It's up there.
Okay.
Fantastic Mr. Fox. The tree that he lives in is pretty cool.
Right.
Fictional.
You're just going on a Wes Anderson wet dream.
I mean, because he's got an awesome his look and everything's amazing.
You need to move over a little bit. We're losing
you. What the fuck else is there?
You did pretty good, dude. Don't beat yourself up. You got 2. I only said 1.
It's gonna beat me up. I'm gonna think about it for the rest of the episode. What do you
It
got?
doesn't beat you off. Hey. Oh, I like this one from Andrew. I want you each to take a moment to burn a bridge, small or big. Most annoying person, you don't need to say names.
Oh, okay.
And what ticked you off about what they did. He's saying at a previous job, but I want to keep that real open.
Yeah. If you have one on the tip of your tongue, you want to just burn a bridge real quick? Do you?
I do, but I don't really.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's not like, no, I don't know.
Burn a bridge.
There is a person that like was being super cool with me, and they're up and coming musician. They like still are, and they were being super cool, and I thought like it was like a really cool relationship. And as soon as I didn't promote their stuff on social media, they got pretty shitty, I'll be honest.
So you were getting used.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good feeling.
No, it is not. So there's a little bridge burned it right down with some matches and kerosene.
Someone posted a picture, and it was a shout out to the good old times, and tagged everyone except a few people.
Oops.
I wasn't one of them.
Oops.
I was definitely there.
Oops. Oops.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh-huh.
Burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno.
Disco Inferno. Disco Inferno?
Inferno.
Disco
Inferno. Infernal. Having a confounded infernal thing.
This disco is infernal.
Mm-hmm. This feels good. I might vomit.
Yeah, we both got our legs up. Oh, no one needs to see that. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. You got matching socks on, though, which is pretty big.
That is big. Look at that. There's a little spaceman on it.
There's no
holes.
And I can't even smell them, dude.
I know, right?
That's good. We've done a shoe sniff off before.
I might fart.
Have you ever farted in front of me?
Of course. I mean, everybody's kind of slipped out in front of all the people. They like everyone's kind of just like, oop. You know, like it actually just like slips out. You can't really help it. Just. Oop.
My problem is when I like don't know if it's about to happen. Instead of talking really loudly, I go deathly silent, and then you're like, oh!
Ooh, it scared you.
I'm so bad at it. I'm so bad at like keeping my cool with this.
I always think I'm trying to be slick when it's just like, it's quiet. It's just like a little one. You let it out and you're walking and then you get and you're like, oh no.
If I can smell it.
I'm in the front of the group. Like, oh no. Guys, send us your favorite fart stories.
You did. That's so rude though, to like make sure people are walking through your fart.
I didn't make sure. It just happened. And I was like, I mean, actually I kind of did.
Oh no.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna stop. Should we answer some question, but super quickly?
Yes.
Okay, these are really. Here, go another one here.
Okay.
Oh, multiple question, fast answer, go. What is a social justice issue that you feel passionate about? How people anonymously have blatant disregard for other people on the internet.
Ditto.
What is the most valuable thing that you've held in one hand? You can say your junk. That's pretty valuable to a person, I would imagine. But I
There's
can't
somebody
hold
out
mine in
there.
my hand, really.
Really. Anatomically, really.
Anatomically.
I held.
I think I've held like $600,000 worth of jewelry. What about like the keys to something?
I had the keys to like, everyone always had like a rich uncle, or someone always has like someone in their family that has like that's well off. I held their like the keys to like their like custom Mercedes, and I was like,
did you get in it? Did you drive it?
No, they drove it. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that.
That's not quick.
No.
What is it uncomfortable or flattering to have strangers and fans approach you? There's a way to do it.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, there's a way to do it. I would so much rather you come up and be friendly and be like, hi, I'm a big fan. I'd love to get a photo. Than whisper to your friends and be like, is that...
Huh?
Ah!
All right, fan interaction. Sorry, I cut. Do it again. What happened?
Oh.
How to do it.
There is a correct way to do it. So I would much prefer someone to come up to me and go, oh my God, hi Maude, really big fan. Sorry to interrupt. Like, is it okay if we get a photo? Than like sneakily trying to take a photo of me, or like whispering to your friends about me.
Or staring from very far away.
Because even if you think it's subtle, it's like you can just feel it from happening. And that's when the uncomfortableness kind of kicks in. So if you're very upfront about it, and I know the hard thing is like, oh, I don't want to interrupt them. I don't want to,
And we get it. And that's very thoughtful of you. I get that thought. But then people take it to a level of, ew, my hair.
Well, that's what a fan shouldn't do.
Yeah.
No, you've moved the...
Come up from behind.
You've
Number
moved
one
the
rule,
camera.
never just...
You've moved the camera a bit. There you go.
Never... excuse me. Yeah, didn't mean to interrupt.
Think DNA.
Yeah.
Don't.
Sorry, don't need a picture. Thanks, Mike.
Cloning. Yeah. Be super upfront. And like, honestly, it's so flattering to hear, I'm a huge fan. Do you mind if I take a photo? Because it's like, we're giving back and it's like an amazing exchange. But don't, And if someone says, oh, sorry, I can't really take photos right now, or like I am in the middle of something, just respect that. But definitely ask.
Definitely.
I've seen someone be blatantly shut down. But that's because it was the what is it called when you marry? The celebrant of my brother's wedding wanted to get a photo with my famous uncle. Ooh. And he goes, no, I'm not here to do that. I'm here for my nephew's wedding that you're working at.
Ooh, that's awkward.
Yeah. But she came up to me. She's like, oh my God, I'm such a big fan. Do you think he would mind? And I was like, just ask. And then she asked in front of me, like to try and use me as like the way in. And then he shut it down and she just looked at me and she was so mad. And then she kind of stormed off. And I was like, oh.
Well, yeah, but also like...
professionalism.
Read it. Like, end of the night, maybe give it a try.
That's
maybe.
what he did. He said, he goes, not right now, but like afterwards. But she wasn't hanging around. That was just when she was leaving. And it was just like, but it felt like my fault. Oh, it was bad. Anyway.
One time I was in I was in my pajamas. I was taking my dad to go see a movie and I was looking for seats and it was pretty full up and it was like, you had to go find your own seat.
I don't know why I'm already laughing.
But no, this like kid was staring right at me as I was looking for seats. And you can like, you feel it.
Yes.
And
you can't fake it. And I can see you straight away. You're like, have a job. And then you're like,
and I was looking and I was trying to find seats and then he stood up and was looking at me and I'm like, ooh, I don't like this. So we went and sat near the front of the theater and the guy came up behind me and where's your shoulder? He grabbed it from behind like that.
No.
And I'm like, 'cause it's one of those guys when like you try to like shake a hand but they do it way too hard. It was that kind of grip.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm a big fan of it. And so he all of a sudden got really nervous. I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. So I took a photo with him in like a dark movie theater before the movie started, of course.
You can't see.
Yeah, and I was in sweats. I was all greasy and gross. I was just like, well, hey, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully this is what you wanted. I'm sorry. Question. I got it.
Hi guys, I'm Jocelyn,
Seven,
and
Sven,
I have been
Enzo. If you could
loving
choose
both of your
the
content
top
since you guys
ping
work
of
together on
pizza for the rest of your life.
And I still support both of your
Would
projects
it
like Geek Bomb and Only Stupid Answers. So here's my question. What is a moment in your life that actually made you happy to share? You couldn't stop smiling and that you started to cry.
Questions are pretty similar.
What was your question?
Favorite pizza topping? Pineapple. Yeah, we have a thing. That's a thing.
Pineapple pizza.
Yeah,
Man, I used to buy
a little sausage.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
A little spicy.
Yeah,
A little savory with a little pineapple.
See, I would buy the boys pizzas before we shot Fungens, mainly to like line their stomachs full of pizza so they didn't get too drunk too quick.
Yeah, that's a good idea. This is what I do. I think I just snotted. Hopefully they saw it.
Zoom in on that.
There you go.
And I'm always very skeptical because I was in the belief for ages that everyone liked pineapple on pizza, and then I realized it was quite a taboo topic.
It's just weird. It's this weird thing that like people get up in arms about.
Sweet and savory, I guess. So I got a giant pepperoni pizza, and half of it had pineapple and half of it didn't. And I noticed you went straight for the pineapple side, and I was like, my man.
Good. It's so good. What was the other question? That was from Tom Lizama Russell.
Yeah.
No, that was from it was from Sven Enzo.
Sven.
Enzo.
Jocelyn wanted to know, have we ever had a moment that we've been so happy we wanted to share and we even cried? I remember when you first told me about Charlie.
Oh, Charlie's a goddamn. It's my niece, and Charlie is she's the most smiliest baby. Her Halloween costume was an old lady, so she can walk now, and she's so fast. She's so scary fast, and so she had a walker, so it helped her even more. So she was just scooting around. They did a trunk or treat at a local church.
A trunk or treat?
Yeah, so that way like you don't have to walk around all night. People come and park their cars in the parking lot of a church, and they open up the back trunk and they decorate it, and like kids can walk from car to car.
This is everything you are taught as a child to not do. Be lured into a car because of candy.
But
what the fuck, man?
But it was real cute. And my nephew dresses the Flash, so he got bonus points.
Oh, he's being favorite for his Uncle Sam.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Did you cry when Charlie was born?
I cried when each of them were. It didn't happen there because I was like, they hold it together because I wasn't the one who just did all the hard work, and so I did it later, just thinking about it. I'm just like, fuck, they're so cool.
Yeah,
and sometimes they act like little shits, but like they're good kids, and like they're really sweet. And Charlie smiles constantly. And I just spit into my own mouth. And but like, what was the happiest moments that you just had to share it with somebody?
Yeah, or you'll find yourself crying.
Oh man, yeah, I think Charlie. What about you? Did you get like a good deal on something and you just had to share it?
I mean, I'm definitely trying to figure out what happiness is.
That's important.
Because like
wait, when you got the lightsaber in the mail,
my god, that was very emotional because I'd wanted a lightsaber, and that one in particular, for so long, and I think that was Austin who sent that to me.
He made the
Captain America shield as well.
I took that home. That's at my house.
You did? I thought Star took that.
No, it was mine. It's not mine, but I just took it. So
you took
it's
it
heavy.
From Star?
No.
Yoink.
She is pretty formidable. She is like Taekwondo and everything, but I distracted her and I took it. No, it was on the set and I was just like, no, I want to take this.
Yeah, so. That was such a big part of the set as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
also,
no,
it's
when
heavy
I got
shit and it's kind of sharp a little bit, so it's a danger. It's a hazard.
I think you made it.
Remember when you were... Yeah, it was awesome. Remember how happy you were when you found out you weren't a Gryffindor and you were like tearing up and how excited you were that you were like, I'm a Slytherin or Hufflepuff. Remember when you... cold wet. And your ring hit my tooth.
All of Gryffindor have cold wet hair.
That is...
It's a Gryffindor trait.
That was the dead giveaway.
Part of a line, dead cold hair.
Definitely not like a snake or something like a different... Or a badger? Is that what the other one is?
Well, badgers often don't give a fuck, so... That's why no one cares if they're in Hufflepuff. Maybe they do care, but they care the right way. Yeah, that was a bad tear. That was bad. I still remember Ricky hearing me crying, and he's like, "Are you okay? What's happening? What's happening?" I'm like, and he's like, "What is it? What's wrong?" I'm like, "I'm in Slytherin," and he's like, "What does that even mean?"
He's like, what?
But I was like, lip quiver, couldn't breathe, like sobbing. Fuck, it was a dark day, man.
Yeah, I got Gryffindor that day.
No, you didn't. You did Hufflepuff.
Hey, Gryffindor.
Hufflepuff. Hey, I'm answering this. I'm asking this question.
Here it is, Gryffindor.
Paul T. At Paul T. Gigi. Will Sam's liver ever recover from Funches and Flagons?
I don't ever want to be that drunk again.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Were you more drunk in the last episode of Funches and Flagons or after our Drunk Riddles? Part 1 or part 2?
Yes. I don't remember because I don't.
Did you throw up after the Drunk Riddles?
Yeah. Definitely. I think definitely. But I think the most recent, the Funches and Flagons, because of how little I remember. I remember Drunk Riddles. I remember.
I mean, to be fair, I don't really remember much of the halfway or most of episode 5.
Nope.
With Steve Zaragoza. I don't
not a clue.
much of that.
Not a fucking clue.
But I still had pieces of it.
I don't want to remember. Yeah, I don't.
It was very fun though. It
that's
got a bit
all that
sloppy,
matters.
but I mean, when you have four, 5 drunk people, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna get sloppy. The drunk riddles was funny because there was like a determined purpose mixed in with inebriation.
And we did great both times.
Okay, so what was the question for the one that we thought was bees? Was that the coffin? Because that's ridiculous.
No, I don't remember. It was. I have no idea. What the hell was it? I'm not going to look it up. Clip.
If you eat me, my sender will eat you. What am I? Is it bees? Let's go with bees. Is it bees?
What is
Man,
it?
imagine if it was bees.
Coffin was the one we didn't get.
No, we didn't get that
And I
one.
think somehow we were talking about honey. We'd figured out that like there was a tangent. We go on those.
I don't remember.
There you go.
That's
Maybe you
what
just
this-
don't care. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe. Where is this?
Hi. Is it your turn?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh. And I know we're not supposed to answer nerdy things, but too late. Here it comes from Turtley Natalie, Sanford Natalie. If you could have any lightsaber
Yeah, no, I
color,
kept this in here for a reason.
what
I knew
would
it
it
was
be?
geeky, but it was Star Wars. So.
Mine would be a cobalt blue.
So what color Star Wars lightsaber? Lightsaber from Star Wars would you have? What would you have?
Okay, well, what are the colors? So they basically have everything. You got purple for Mace Windu. You got blues. You got your greens. You got your reds.
There is yellow,
There's a yellow.
but in Knights of the Old Republic usually. Or I'm sure one of the Jedi have it, where maybe it's a Kit Fisto or something.
I don't. What? What?
One of the Jedis that got killed during Order 66.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would go with purple.
Same, but I want two purple. I want Asajj Ventress's curved hilt because she got trained by Dooku, who's got a very similar hilt. But two of them in purple instead of red, or maybe a purple and a blue. I'd be cool. I'd be down for.
That's not bad. You can match it with a lot of stuff.
I
I don't want blue or red or you already have a bunch of those greens. I don't need that. I think purple. I go with the purple, or I'd go with like a nice amber. A nice amber. No, nice.
Could I get a nice
amber? Just
Well, it really does depend on what kyber crystal you find.
Carpet crystals. What did you say?
A kyber?
Kyber crystals,
They're
of
made
course.
with a kyber crystal. And
Of
when you go through
course.
your apprentice training, you have to build your own lightsaber, but you have
That's
to
so
harvest
cool.
your own kyber crystal.
I could do that at Disneyland too. You can just put them together. You put them together. You build your own. Build your own lightsaber.
No, that's not really how it works at all.
You put little crystals in there. Hit us up with this. Here's the button. Here it comes. Ready? Here's the best question. We've been saving it all episode. Here it is.
What is your most embarrassing moment ever from Lionel M?
I don't know, man. There's a lot, and it always just comes rushing back to you like a goddamn bullet to the
I
gut.
pissed myself in public when I was 10.
My tummy's making sounds. Let me see if I can get it on the mic. Why did you? Was this out of excitement?
No, I
Was it a
needed
bet?
to go to the toilet so bad, and we were grocery shopping with the family, and Mum's just like, "Can you just hold out until we finish this?" And I was like, "I don't think so." She's like, "You had your opportunity half an hour ago. You didn't take it. You blew it." I'm like, "But I really need to go
blew it.
now. I really need to go."
You blew it.
And then, yeah, I was like running around going, "Just tell me what you need and I'll run and get it," because I felt if I moved, it would help. And then, I was going to get toothpaste and I ran back and it just came out and I peed. And then Mum goes, "Ooh," and good on her. So great. She quickly just got a bottle of apple juice, opened it up, upturned it, poured it over my little pee puddle, and then went, "Oh no, sorry, I've just spilt some apple juice," and then pushed
What a great mom.
and then pushed the shopping trolley in front of me so that it covered this gigantic wet patch on my pants. And so I pushed the trolley.
What a good mom.
Well, was it because she was the one who got me in that fucking debacle in the first place?
Hey, but it saved you all the embarrassment.
We actually were supposed to do this segment on radio, and I was doing a radio show in Australia where our parents were supposed to jump on to a call and dish the most embarrassing story about my co-host and I. And I was trying to coach. This is the first thing she's ever done. She did not want to be on radio ever, much to the chagrin of my producers. But I coached her and I was like, "This is the story. I was 10 years old and I told her exactly everything." Anyway, she gets on. She giggles her head off because she's so nervous. And then she's like, "Oh, but Maude was only 5." So she tried to make it sound less embarrassing than it was. And
That's so
lied.
sweet.
Yeah.
I shit my pants like two New Years ago. pretty recent. Yeah. I just remember that. A similar situation, grocery store.
No. Tell me what happened at New Year's.
No, the day. It's New Year's Day, grocery
Oh,
store.
I thought you got drunk
No.
and woke up and you were like, oh shit, my pants.
Oh, I should. No, I saw basically long
gonna
night
be a
of
good
eating. Eating. Right. That may have been this most recent New Year. I don't remember. I can't remember if it was this recent New Year or the New Year last year.
Was it only 10 months, 11 months ago? Or was it like...
No one can know for sure. No one can know for sure. Basically, some friends and I, we got like a hotel room for the night.
Yes.
We were eating pizza. We were eating like garbage food. We were drinking. We were having fun, mixing drinks.
This was the most recent New Year's. I remember you telling me.
Shush. And so like I went home and someone was in the bathroom. I was like, it's sneaking up on me, and there's only one bathroom here. So I was just gonna go to. I'm like, it's getting actually pretty bad, and this person's taking a long shower, so I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go somewhere else. So I was driving to the nearest grocery store because the nearest thing to me.
You had to drive somewhere to take a shit.
Yeah, and it was what is it, prairie dogging? That's if you know the term. Turtling. Yeah,
heading?
you're turtling a little bit. Turtling.
Turtle heading.
Turtle heading. And I was, as soon as I walked into the door of it.
Where'd you go?
I was at a Ralph's, and I was walking into the Ralph's, and all of a sudden, like right through the double doors, it was just like, what? Oh no! And I was just like basically pinched hard. Did that like bow-legged walk as fast as I could to the bathroom. And I obviously like made a mess, so I locked the bathroom door. And this is like a multiple person bathroom, so no one was in there. But I locked it, got naked, I cleaned myself off, got some.
You got your t-shirt dirty?
No, not t-shirt. I was just no, sorry, bottoms off. I was Donald Duck in it, and I washed my drawers in the sink. Yeah. Put them at the bottom of the wastebasket. Put on my pants. I went home and I
had a bit of a cry.
Not a cry, but like. Sucked that was the first few hours of the new year that was spent me shitting myself at a Ralph's.
What if people saw the shit leave your pants? What if that toilet was full? It could have been worse.
It could have been worse.
I'm pretty sure I passed out. Like I stood up and I was out with a bunch of girlfriends. We were having cocktails and it was a great little catch up. And I was like, oh guys, I'm really not feeling well. And I got hit with this awful spell. And I stood up and passed out. And I felt like I was passed out for half an hour, but I woke up 3 seconds later. But I'm pretty sure I shit myself because I passed out. I dropped, man. And I hit my head so hard on the ground because I'm tall and I fell over.
That's a long way down.
This was about 5 years ago though. And it was that thing where I was like, oh my gosh. And like, I was so disoriented. I thought I was standing up when I was lying definitely on the ground. My head was hurting. And I was just like, oh, this is not good. And I looked up and everyone's faces were just like so panicky and concerned. And I was like, I've done something wrong. So of course, the first thing I do is apologize profusely. I'm wearing a skirt, Sam. I've passed out.
Oh my God, I'm going to die. Oh my God, I'm going to die. I can't.
What, from secondhand embarrassment?
I die.
I've never seen any of those people ever again.
I would just play dead.
They don't exist to me.
I would have played dead. I would have been like, oh no.
No, I had to call my dad to pick me up. But it was the same thing where they were like, can I help you to the bathroom? I was like, you need to leave me alone right now.
Everyone needs to leave right now.
I was like, I can't handle this with anyone. I can't handle this at all.
You know what?
But that's the thing where it's like, it wasn't self-induced. Like I was really ill. Like I fucking
You mean
passed
you didn't
out,
intentionally try to shit yourself
No,
at a party?
Like sometimes it's like, oh no, often you're not trying to do it. But like if you were hungover or you ate bad food, it's kind of induced.
Yeah.
But this one, it was just like, no, I stood up and I
Your
dropped.
body gave
and I
up?
have no idea why I fainted, but I got hit with the most dizzying spell and I was like, this is not good. So I tried to go to the bathroom and didn't make it. Passed the fuck out. That's bad, huh?
We should leave it to them. Tell us your most embarrassing shitting your pants stories because we all do it even if you're an adult, and don't lie about it because you've done it. I know you have.
Joe has possibly said one of the best shitting stories on a table talk. Someone linked that in the comments because that made me feel better about my life.
Yeah.
That was
when he did the skip. We'll put a link to that. That's pretty good.
Sharing is caring, guys, here on the Smaudecast.
Thank you for sending us your questions. Use the hashtag
Smaudecast.
Or go to the
Smaudecast
at gmail.com. See, I just want to say it.
That's that. We should do it like that every time now. We're
Easy
practicing.
peasy.
God,
Look
that was
at
amazing. More crying.
Cool.
I'm going to be dehydrated after we film now.
We'll go rehydrate. Guys, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, share. Go check out our Patreons for more stuff. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.